Thanks for watching Daytime. The hungry housewife, Leslie Green, is making a heart-healthy recipe for us that is inexpensive and super savory. Plus, your kids will love it. She's making rosemary pork chops.
Yes, they are so delicious. You know, February's Heart Health Month.
Right.
So I wanted to incorporate strawberries into a meal. So, I mean, I'm a baker. I love to bake cakes, cupcakes. Strawberry shortcake would have been great, but...
I like to eat that.
Right, but heart health, strawberry shortcake, they don't really go together. So I decided to make a strawberry sauce to go over my pork chops, because we all have, you know, pear sauce or applesauce to go over your pork chops. So I wanted strawberries because they're great. They have vitamin C, folate, magnesium, everything. So I wanted to incorporate that into my pork dish.
When I found out that we were making this, I have been craving it for the last several days. Now, I always used to eat pork chops with a little mint jelly on it.
Yes, my grandma used to do that too. Yeah, or lamb.
Lamb,
jelly, yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I did both, pork and lamb.
Yeah, so I just season it with some kosher salt.
Okay, so
easy.
Kosher salt there.
Kosher salt and some pepper, and I always use freshly ground pepper because I think it tastes better.
Now, do we want pork chops or like with the bone in too?
I like the bone in because it gives more flavor.
Yeah, it does.
There's more cutting, but it gives it more flavor. So you just go ahead and do that.
Now, you've added a little rosemary to that?
I added rosemary to it because nothing goes together better than pork and rosemary.
That's true.
So
let me ask you, though, does it matter if you use dried or fresh rosemary for this?
Well, me being the penny pincher, I like dried because it's cheaper.
Well, listen, we love deals, so that works for us, too.
So another trick is, once you get it in the pan, just season the other side.
Okay.
Because you don't want all the seasoning to be on your plate. You want it actually in there.
Makes sense. And you have some, what, olive oil in here?
Olive oil, actually a little bit of butter that we forgot to put in there. But you don't need that. It just actually gives it a little bit of a nice, richer flavor to the pork chop.
Okay.
So you go ahead and do that.
And it browns the outside,
too. It browns the outside, very delicious. And you just want to get that nice sear on the outside. See how the fat, but we don't eat the fat. It's nice and crispy around the outside. And they just cook for about 4 minutes aside.
Medium-high heat for the sear?
Medium-high heat, yep. Or if you did it on low, it would be a boring brown, a boring blonde.
Yes, I've done that.
You know, it wouldn't be pretty.
No, my dog liked it, but nobody else.
So for the strawberry sauce, again, super simple, super affordable. You take a cup of strawberries. I don't want olive oil. You take a cup of strawberries, put them in here. If you want to cut up a couple more strawberries, because I don't have enough.
All right.
And you put them in your pan and add some vinegar.
Okay.
Balsamic vinegar.
Balsamic vinegar.
Yes.
Does it have to be super aged or anything?
No, and you know what? Again, I use the store brand. Sweet Bay has My Essential Store brand. Your supermarket that you shop at will have your favorite store brand, and it saves you so much money. And you know, back in the day, it used to be a big white box, and I just put in some brown sugar.
I love buying store brand. You really do save a lot of money. I don't like store brand cereal all the time. Oatmeal, great.
Right.
But you know, pseudo Cheerios, not always so great.
Right. Back in the day, it was a big white box with big black lettering that said generic. You know, and you were almost embarrassed as a kid.
You were embarrassed as a kid. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, we always get the cheap stuff. But when you're a mom, and then when you're, when you have a family, it makes sense. It's a lot more economical.
To the strawberries, you're going to let that cook down for 15 minutes, and it's going to almost become a jelly, and it's super delicious.
Gotcha.
And I added a tablespoon and a half of brown sugar, some salt, some pepper, a little tiny bit of rosemary, and a cup of strawberries. You can just throw the rest of the strawberries in there.
Okay, I'm just going to stick that in there like this. Oops, sorry, I'm throwing the strawberries in.
I got a hot pan right behind you.
All right. And you're just going to plate that.
I'm going to plate that.
So eventually the strawberries will cook down into that little jam-ish kind of.
This jam, and it is absolutely delicious.
Oh, Leslie, lovely.
And the savoriness of the pork chop goes so well with the sweetness and tanginess of the strawberry. Do you mind if I take a bite?
Absolutely.
It's so delicious.
And you guys can get Leslie Green's pork chop recipe at daytimeonline.tv. I'm going to really cut into the sauce because that looks delicious.
And like I said, I'm super cheap, so on my website I have a whole section of $10 meals.
Oh,
you can go on like meatball stromboli.
Well, we'll have that on our website. That's daytimeonline.tv. I'm taking a bite. That sauce is, oh wow. That sauce is outstanding. I'm putting more sauce on. Cindy, you're going to be so jealous, girl.
Make sure you save me some, please. And Sam, too. You want some of that, right?
I would like some.
Of course.
Thank you very much.
Sam Hallenbeck from